Welcome, everybody, to the Better Brain Project podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Decremer, and this is the podcast where 3 times a week we're going to talk stress reduction and neuroscience, habit stacking, and gut health. Because if you checked out episode 1, I am all about simplifying our brain health. Years of mental health problems, mental health struggles, let's go with that. Mental health struggles, concussion history, addictions made me realize that I have to take my brain health into my own hands. I have to do things to feel better. I wasn't just the person that was going to be moody. I wasn't just the person that you have to deal with this because this is who I am. I fell into that habit, and man, it's a hard one to break. That victim mentality of this is happening to me. When does it happen for us? It happens for us when we make it happen for us. That's what I experienced. And maybe some of you don't. Maybe some of you, health is, you approach it differently. For me, I had to take it into my own hands. My brain health wasn't just how am I feeling today. It was my worries, my insecurities, my fears, what drove me, my desires. Everything was affected by how I was managing my brain health, the things I was doing, outside, like the addictions, chemicals, substances, poor food choices, processed food, the whole 9 yards, fast food, soda, drank so much sugar and soda. So these 3 topics are going to be something that we're going to cover here in depth, in fun, exaggerated ways, probably because I'm a personality kind of guy. You meet me for a little bit, I have a lot of energy. I'm probably on the spectrum, ADHD, who knows, right? But what I do know is I'm not going to label myself anymore, and neither should you. You should be who you are and fine-tune that to live and feel the best that you can so you can show up for everyone around you. You can feel energetic. You can feel alive. You can feel your emotions, and you can manage them. And for me, that really came about from the 3 things. Stress reduction, stacking simple habits that I stuck to, and taking care of my gut health. So today's episode 2, we're going to start in the neuroscience stress reduction realm. We all have lives where we're worried about everything. We have families, we have jobs, we have, you name it. We have our social medias to keep up with. Some of us are content creators. Wherever you come from, you have things on your mind constantly. And you show up for things depending on what state you're in. Maybe you're super calm, chill, you're a speaker, it doesn't bother you. Maybe going to the grocery store freaks you out, and you're constantly thinking about what people are thinking about you. This used to be me. I used to not be able to go to the grocery store, like at all. Or other public places when I went through certain periods of my life. I had a really bad split from my children's mother, great co-parents these days, but it wasn't good. And there was a lot of public things. I went to jail, full admittance, and I was scared to show my face. I was at a big heart, bad emotions. I've gotten myself into situations and have even caused destruction in my life because of the way I handled my brain health, the way I handled my brain, my perceptions, everything. So coming out of that, when I was trying to manage my thoughts, manage my stress, manage this all the time, having a million things, and my nervous system just a wreck, I had to push things that I didn't want to do before. I knew if I go into the grocery store, what if that person sees me? What if that person sees me? It's a small town, right? And I would think about that, and it would fire me up, and I get anxious, maybe even tears sometimes. Just a mess. I was like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I need milk, and that's it. I need milk. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, and I'm gonna get milk, and I'm gonna leave. No one cares. No one cares that I'm there. And if they do know me, and they're like, oh, screw that guy. Who cares? It doesn't affect me. I still go in the grocery store. I still get milk. I still leave. I still have my meal, and I still have a glass of milk. So nothing changed, except the way I perceived what was going to happen, except for what I did when I was going into the store. I told myself, it's going to be fine. Just go in and get the milk. And you know what? The first time I did that, I had to repeat it like 50 times. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You just got to repeat it over and over and over. So I had habits just drilled into me on how I respond to things. And most of it was always in a heightened nervous system state, a state of manic anxiety, overreacting, not perceiving things that are coming into me well, just emotionally reacting. And when emotions are high, decision making is low. When emotions are high, decision making is low. So what would happen is I would always make poor, emotionally charged, manic, and anxious decisions until I started to slow the thoughts down. Even if I didn't believe them, at first I would repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And what happened was the next week, I didn't have to repeat it. I just went to the grocery store. Who cares? I just went and did the thing that I was fearing the week before because I pushed my comfort zone. I told my brain it's okay. Our brain doesn't have our best interest at heart. Our brain wants to conserve energy and protect us. That's it. So it's not, if it's used to responding, oh no, don't go in there. What if that person sees me? What if they don't like the shirt I have on? And if you're used to thinking that, you're going to think it every time. And when thinking outside of that is going to feel uncomfortable. Telling yourself everything's going to be fine isn't going to land at first. So you got to do it over and over and over. Hey, disclaimer. We all love brains around here. Better Brain Project. Brandon's brain. I tend to ramble. I tend to go all over. I tend to just talk. Sometimes my family has no idea how I can just roll. I don't script these. It's all coming from me, from my heart, my head. And I really pretty much just grab a topic and I talk to you guys. Because this is lived things, man. I believed my brain was going to be the same way and my health was going to be the same way and I was not going to be able to improve. And I believed that and I didn't. Until I did. So coming here and doing that, just telling my story, giving you guys little tips, tricks, ways to manage your brain health, gut health, stack new healthy habits, and reduce your stress is all I care about. I want you to know that you can improve the way you feel, act, show up, perceive things, fear things. Only you can do it. Only you. And learning that saved my life. I didn't even want to be here. And I had kids, and I'm a son who his dad left the world that way. And I wouldn't do that to my kids. But I hated myself. I hated who I was. I hated what I was, the prospect of what my life was going to be. I hated it. I had no self-esteem, no self-love. Fear, insecurity, and high emotions ran my life. Am I perfect now? 4 years into my journey of neuroscience, nerding out, and personal development, and everything I'm doing? No, I have habits still. So don't get frustrated if you're trying to change your thought patterns, your emotions, you're trying to accept things, any of that. Don't be frustrated. I have things from habits from 10 years ago that'll come out. You just have to have awareness. You have to tell yourself, that's what's happening. Got to do something different. Because your brain will take the familiar path, no matter how good it is for you. So today I'm going to leave you with a little trick. When you're heightened in that chaotic lifestyle, you got the kids, you got the job, you're in and out, you got the phone all day, cheap dopamine, just filling that dopamine for you and then dying and crashing afterwards. And you reach for the phone again. And then you got constant stimulation happening in your life. If you're not managing that, if you're not doing something and you're just cutting through it and it's okay and I'm stressed, but it's okay. Stress, my life is stressful, but you're doing it. There's a lot of things you're not doing if you're doing that. You're not digesting, you're not healing, you're not growing inside, let alone outside. Because the processes that need to happen within your body to live a healthy, happy, healing relationship with your body and your mind, you gotta focus on lowering the stress. You can't just muscle through it because you're not doing any of the other processes. You're not digesting your food properly or storing any minerals or nutrients. That's a topic for another day. When you're in a high stress state, it's just you're not. You're dumping everything. So cortisol is a big word and we need it and we don't need floods of it, but we do need it. So we can throw that around and say, oh, my cortisol is high. But really, your nervous system is reacting to what you're reacting to. So back in the day, dinosaur land, but after that, and that's a touchy subject with me, when the people were afraid and living for their lives of like animals and other tribes and species, that they were constantly in that fight or flight mode. They had to protect themselves. We still have those things all the time. That heightened state isn't a beast chasing you down in a field to eat you. It's running to work late. It's the 17 things that you dealt with in a day, and it's 9 o'clock at night, and then your kid says, oh, hey, by the way, for school tomorrow, I need to build this project that's going to take us 4 hours. Any of that, your nervous system's doing the same thing. And if you don't have tools to lower that down, you're always going to be in that state. And like I said a little bit ago, then you're not going to be doing the other processes that do you favors, like healing your body, healing your mind, digesting the food, sending all the goodies like the minerals and macronutrients and micronutrients to where they got to go. Doesn't happen when you're in a heightened state. So I'm going to leave you today with a little trick. I want you to do something for me. Next time you're just feeling wired for sound, just like stressed, anxious, fearful, anything, I want you to just stop and take 3 breaths for me. And I want you to do it like this. I want you to take 2 breaths in, 1 long one, followed by a short little second breath. So then release, slow, intentional, deliberate, release everything built up inside of you. Sigh, release it slow, deliberate. It can be loud. Just let it all go. 1 long deep breath in, followed by a short breath. And then powerfully release it all. And this is huge because this is basically telling your vagus nerve to alert your brain to tell you that everything is safe. So next time you're freaking out, you're a little scared, you're a little worried about something, you're anxious as shit, who knows what level you're at, stop and do 3 rounds of the breath I just did. It's neuroscience backed, it works. I do it. I need to do it more. I'm a box breather as well. My nervous system shuts down about 6 o'clock at night and I get, whoa. So I either have to go kickbox or box breathing. And I usually do both. I box breathe first. I'll go stretch and do some cardio kickboxing on my heavy bag. And that lowers my nervous system. If you're out and about, if you're in the middle, do the 3 breaths, lower your nervous system, give yourself some space, time, and peace to heal up here. This has been the Better Brain Project. I'm Brandon Decremer, your host. Like I said, 3 times a week, I'll be right here on YouTube. Maybe future platforms in the future. You get it. But YouTube for now. Hit the subscribe button. Let's make our brains better for us. The Better Brain Project.